Hello, class of 2023. Congratulations on making it to law school. Today I'm going to take you through a quick presentation that's going to detail what to expect when going through fall online orientation this year. First of all, we just want to say that we hope you're staying safe and healthy during this unprecedented time. We recognize that starting law school during a global pandemic can be intimidating, overwhelming, and ultimately extremely frustrating. We want to assure you that we are here to support you and to make your transition into law school as easy as possible. We also want to recognize that the class of 2023 is going to be a part of Schoonlich School of Law history. You're pursuing your legal education during a global pandemic. This demonstrates your ultimate resilience. We recognize this, and we want to assure you that employers will recognize this as well. Our main aim throughout orientation is to provide you with a strong community and strong academic support that will allow you to thrive during law school and not just survive. So as already mentioned, orientation is going to be online this year, and this is to ensure your health and safety. But you may be wondering, what is online orientation going to look like? So this year, orientation is broken down into 4 different modules. Each module is going to have their own content, and that content is either going to be pre-recorded videos or pre-created PDFs or live webinars that are substituting in-person lectures. So each module is going to have to be completed in sequential order. And what that means is that in order to access Module 2, you will need to have completed all of Module 1. And in order to access Module 3, you would have needed to complete all content in Module 2 and ultimately Module 1 as well. So where are you going to be able to access these modules? All the modules are going to be available on Brightspace. And Brightspace is the online learning system that Dalhousie uses, and it's where you're going to be accessing your course content as well when you start in the fall. So in order to figure out how to access Brightspace, you can simply click on a document called Brightspace Email and My Schoonlich, and that is on the exact same website as what you access this video on, and it gives very detailed instructions on how to navigate through Brightspace and how to access it. So at the end of each module, there's also going to be a quiz, and the quiz is not meant to be heavy information. It's just simply to test your knowledge on some of the things that you learned during that module. And then integrated within the quizzes are also going to be a little bit of questions that ask for your feedback on orientation. So where this is our first time doing orientation online, we highly encourage that you give your honest feedback so that we can adjust it for next year as well. And we also just want to highlight that the quizzes are not going to count towards your grade. We just want to stress that they are just simply to ensure that you did do the module, but they are mandatory for each module for you to complete. So let's do a little module breakdown. So Module 1 is really going to focus on providing you with support systems that are available to the students and also give a detailed little breakdown about the administrative structure of the law school. Module 2 is going to go a little bit more in depth and talk about some of the important communities that are available to you guys, and also it's going to be the first time that you'll have a chance to be introduced to some of your classmates. Module 3 is going to explain what to expect in your first year. It's going to introduce you to your professors for the first time, and it's going to go a little bit more in depth about the various opportunities that are available at the law school. So as some of you may know, there is some really great opportunities that are available at Dal. There is the Dal Legal Aid Clinic, you can go on exchange, there's some really great internship opportunities. There's a lot of things that can really get you involved and give you some great legal experience and also help you find a community that supports you. So this module is going to focus a lot on that, and we highly encourage that you really pay attention to these opportunities and take advantage of some of them. Module 4 is going to be a little bit different than the other modules, which I'll discuss in a minute, but the main aim of Module 4 is to inspire students and to remind you why diversity and inclusion is such an essential part of the practice of law. So let's look at the module schedule. So each module is going to be released at a different time, and like I said, it's going to be in sequential order. So Module 1 is going to be released early July, and once you've completed your registration form and signed up for classes as well. So the registration form and signing up for classes is going to be discussed in a little bit in this presentation. And the type of content that's going to be available is pre-recorded videos, presentations, and also some PDF documents with information on them. Module 2 is going to be released the end of July, and ultimately once you finish Module 1. So at the end of July, you won't be able to access Module 2 unless you've finished Module 1. And the type of content that's going to be within this module is going to be pre-recorded videos, a PDF guide, and then a Zoom meet and greet with your fellow classmates. Module 3 is going to be released mid-August, and once you've completed Module 2 and also Module 1. And this module is going to consist of pre-recorded videos, presentations, PDF documents, and links to important websites. So Module 4. This module is going to be released on September 7th, 2020, and it is expected that you would have completed Modules 1 to 3 prior to this module. But where this module is so important, it will be available for you regardless of whether or not you've completed Modules 1 to 3. But as we've mentioned, it's very important that you do finish Modules 1 to 3, and it is expected that you have done that when we're going through this module. So also this module is a bit different from the other modules. This is the part that has the content that we would have delivered in an in-person setting. And so a lot of the content within this module is live webinars in substitution for in-person lectures. But however, there will also be some pre-recorded videos and some light content that you'll be expected to read prior to and in preparation for the live webinars. More information about this module is going to be released when it gets closer to September. So now that you know what to expect for online orientation, let's see what you need to do right now. So before Module 1 is released, there are 4 things that need to be done. So the first thing is we need you to fill out your registration form. So while having orientation online does have a lot of benefits, like being able to complete the modules from home at your own pace in a pair of your comfiest clothes and your choice of tea or coffee, it also has a challenge of it being a little bit harder to form personal bonds between yourself and your classmates. So because of this barrier, we've designed orientation to feature a number of different activities throughout that encourage developing personal connections with your classmates. But in order for us to successfully do this, we need your consent to release your contact information to your fellow classmates. So the way that you would give your consent is we've created a form. It's called registration form, and it's on the exact same website as you access this video on, Schoonlich School of Law orientation website. And so you can just click on that. It's a fillable PDF. You can fill that out, and then you can send it to the email right here on the screen. So, step 2. The next thing is that we need you to submit a photo of yourself. Each year, the Publications Committee at Dalhousie Law School creates a document called the Legal Who. The Legal Who is essentially the law school's version of a yearbook. And it's really great resource to have, especially now that the semester in the fall is going to be online. It's a really great way to be able to put a face to your classmates' names and know how to contact them. But in order to create this document, we need a photo of yourself. So there is a PDF online on the exact same website as what you access this video, Schoonlich School of Law orientation website, and it details the photo requirements that you need to do in order to submit the photo. And so when you've taken this photo in accordance with the photo requirements, you can send it to the email right here on the screen. And we also just wanted to highlight that the requirements for the Legal Who photo are the same requirements as what it is for your DAL card. So you can actually submit the same photo when you go to submit your DAL card. And you can figure out how to submit that by just looking up Dalhousie School of Law Dalhousie School website and search for the DAL card information. So now step 3. So this year we've created an activity called Law Bingo. And we created this activity in an effort to build personal connections and to get you a little bit more acquainted and familiar with your fellow classmates. So you don't really need to know too much about how Law Bingo is going to work, but one thing you do know is that in order to participate in Law Bingo, we're going to need your consent to release your contact information to your fellow classmates. So do you need to sign up for Law School Bingo? Yes. However, the way that you sign up is just simply by filling out the registration form that I mentioned in step 1. And once you fill out that registration form in step 1, you'll automatically be registered to participate in Law Bingo. All right, so now let's move on to the 4th and final step. So this is actually the most important step that we need you to do prior to Module 1 being released. So we need you to register for your classes and to sign into Brightspace. So shortly, if you haven't already, you're going to receive an email that's going to be talking about class registration. You need to sign up for your Block 15 classes and before you can begin online orientation. So within that email, there's going to be a little document that's going to tell you how to register for your classes. However, we've also created a little bit more in-depth document that really walks you through how to register for classes, and that is on the same website as you access this video, and it's called Registration Information. So when you're registering for your classes, if you're having a little bit of trouble figuring out how to do that, just look up that registration information document on the Schoonlich School of Law orientation website, and you should be able to figure out how to do that. Once you have registered for your classes, you will gain access to Brightspace. So then you can sign into Brightspace, and as already mentioned, there's a document called Brightspace Email in My Schoonlich on this website where you access this video, and it will take you through how to register for Brightspace. All right, so that's it for this presentation. I just want to stress, however, that if you guys have any questions or concerns when you're going through this video or when you're trying to register for online orientation, please do not hesitate to contact myself, Jordan, or my coworker, Courtney. We are your orientation coordinators for this year, and you can contact us by emailing lawoweek@dal.ca. Thank you, and I hope you're all staying safe and healthy.